Welcome back to our series on Vanguard Youth Method. My name is Mary Biesinger, and today I'm going to be talking about how to bring together the concept of core and crust and our four-lens method to make an effective education for our Vanguard youth groups. So what I've drawn on this board over here, we're going to focus on this board for probably the remainder of this video. We're going to talk about how we can build a program based on our concerns and our needs for our youth. So here we have the leadership lens. Again, the leadership lens is where we are going to focus on how to create depth in leadership based on whichever principle we're studying. So faith, let's say we're studying faith that month. We can talk about experiences that introduces faith in God. We can do biographies, people who have shown great faith. We have word studies that we can do. We'll talk about word studies in another one. That's a way to really understand what does faith mean, the origin of the word, the use of the word. Simulations and games, that's a way that we can really change people's hearts as they interact with the idea. Books and articles, those are very great books and articles out there. For instance, there's 7 Habits of Highly Effective Youth by Stephen Covey. There's Aspire by Kevin Hall. There's Start Something. All these things are great ways to teach them the leadership core, have them set goals, have them work on things. That week we can also think about, what skills do I want my children to learn too? We might let them learn etiquette. Leaders need to learn etiquette. Spelling, public speaking, writing, penmanship. All of these are great ways to help to strengthen our youth leadership crust and core in that area. Let's go on to geoconquest. So let's say the second week we're still talking about faith. We might want to do geography. We might want to study where religions are throughout the world. We might want to look at different facts about religions. But these, as we can see, are all crust skills. We also have history that we can look at. How has faith played a part in history? Culture and appreciation. We can look at people who have had faith-based cultural activities. There are all different things that can play together to help our youth create a strong core and crust in geoconquest. Let's look at Eureka. And I'll have a picture of this on the website so you can look at these more specifically. But I want to kind of walk you through what it means. Eureka, we have ahas, we have teaching that we can do, sharing with each other, experimentation, research, observation, discussion, classics, field trips. These are all great ways to help to strengthen the core of the youth using the Eureka lens. Math memorization, music, computation, language study, those are all fun crust skills that you can learn through that lens. Imaginative arts, we have creation, create things. Let's appreciation of it. Let's start application of this, faith. How does it play in the theater? What artistic pieces have been made that are faith-based or generate faith or strengthen faith? Poetry, music, picture studies. These are all great ways to change the heart of someone and their comprehension and real solid understanding of faith. But let's throw in some other things to help develop their skills. Along with that picture study, let's do some drawing lessons of our own. Or let's see, poetry. We're studying poetry this month. Let's do some writing skills to go with that. So that way we're strengthening both the core and crust of that individual. So it's important as we are planning out our year, at the beginning of the year, to really carefully, prayerfully consider, what do I want my youth to learn? What core skills do I want them to learn? What crust skills do I want them to learn? Pull them up on the board and see which classes they fit in with. And just focus on some of those. You'll find there's a lot of overlapping. For instance, you see that writing is effective in pretty much any category. You have, facts are effective in lots of categories. Music is actually very mathematical in that it has solidarity and it has patterns in it, just like math does. But it's also an effective tool to use in creating understanding and appreciation of the imaginative arts. So this idea, by marrying these two ideas together, it helps you to determine the health of your group. Do we have a lot of crust things that happening, not a lot of core? Maybe we're focusing on the core. Let's get some crust things going there to help them learn those skills. You can do these in different levels. We'll talk later about the apprentice level, the journeyman level, the master level. Sometimes you'll focus more on these crust skills in the journeyman level, master level. After you've established a solid core in that area, you can decide how you want to apply that in your Vanguard group. But I just want you to realize that as you are what is the purpose of your education? Is the purpose of your education to know that 1 + 1 = 2? No, that's not the point. You want to know that 1 + 1 = 2 so you can apply it later, and also understand that underlying that simple idea is that there are truths that are solid, that are eternal, that are never changing. 1 plus 1 numerically always equals 2. 1 apple plus 1 apple always equals 2 apples. There's so many directions you can go with just that one idea, but understanding that it's not the math facts themselves we want them to necessarily focus on, but how does it apply in the greater scheme of things. So I'm just really excited about this graphic. I think it really understands how you can marry these two ideas together and apply them and moving forward with a plan for your education.